always get nervous when he says he's going to sneak around behind me.
Brad Gallagher, eh? The failed rabbit trapper. Can you tell me what it's like to live with that fella? Oh, she's off the bone. We'll tip all that in.
He gave a mighty roar. I roared all through the territory and never come unstuck. So give me all you got, big bird, and buck, you bastard, buck.
He's got the fire pit going in the backyard. So you got a herd named after yourself?
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, righto.
Well, g'day viewers. Welcome to another instalment of Larrikins on the Loose.
Yeehaw!
We're at a magnificent place today. We're at the Westpac Chopper headquarters for northern New South Wales. A little cook up for the crew, and my mate Murray here is going to cook up his famous seafood chowder today. Magnificent stuff. I've had it once before. He knows what he's doing with this one, do you?
Yeah, well, I hope so, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to hook right into it, and then we're at the Westpac helicopter base. We're going to have a chat with the great...
I just said that.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah, cool. Okay.
Can you talk us through what you're doing first?
Well, it's a seafood chowder. It's one I found that's not based on flour. It's based on thick and light cream, so it doesn't get too gluggy. It's very simple. It's just a matter of just... we've got some sweet potatoes, some potato, carrot, and capsicum, celery, and they're your basic stuff. You boil that in the stock. I'm going to put the stock in here now. Right.
So you're just boiling the veggies up first?
Yeah, boil it up and then...
Where's your seafood?
There's a bit of stuff here. We've got some marinara. So there's going to be a bit of whitefish, bit of salmon in there, bit of mussels, squid rings, that sort of stuff.
What's this, about a $90 soup or what?
Oh, well,
you got it on special, did you?
Well, yeah, I did get it on special, yeah. So we just got it in 2 litres of this chicken stock here.
Look at that.
Yeah. There we go. We've got that going. We've got this. We're just going to chop these up a little bit like that.
So this will all end up mashed, will it?
Yeah, that's right. But not puree. You want to have it a little bit chunky, Pete. Right. You don't want it to be, you don't want to put it through the food processor. So you just mash it up you boil it up, and then you throw it in. Yeah, boil it up in the stock. And when that's done, you just get the masher, which we forgot. But so I have to do it with forks. So I'll have to
do that. You do that with your fist, Murray.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, bang.
So what...
it's a one punch.
Cooking time. Tell me about cooking time.
Mate, well, the main part of the time is actually just is the boiling of the veggies. Right. So that can take about, I don't know, say 15 or 20 minutes.
Right.
Maybe not so long, depending on how good your heat is. And then once you've done that and you mash it up, you then add in a bit more stock, you add in a bit of cream, then you throw in your seafood stuff. I throw in a bit of capsicum, so there's some super sweet corn kernels there somewhere. Bit of colour for that, and then
so that's all that's going in there to start with.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. We've got that, so that's on. That's going to start boiling away. Right. When it's ready, we'll mash it, and then oh, just spat on your mouth.
Get your cup of tea away from that. It's already too hot.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, you got to tea. You got to have the tea.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
I love this tea.
It's only 9 o'clock in the morning.
So that's it, mate. So what we're going to do now, I think we're going to have a chat to the bring him in.
Just before we get the great Richard Jones.
Yeah. Oh, you've got something going.
Can I just show you? Just to feed the masses.
Yeah.
Got a little Loz's famous chicken cacciatore.
Oh dear. Yeah.
She's been brewing away. So all I did there is make up your own tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Put the cacciatore sauce in.
Nothing you can't catch, is it? You can catch a fish, catch a hog, you can catch a tori.
So I've browned off the chicken.
Yeah? What doesn't upset it? You browned off a lot of people in your life.
To make it quicker.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
To make it quicker.
Yeah, good thing.
So this is just a subsidiary dish today.
Yeah, because we've got engineers, we've got girls from the office.
We've got pilots.
We've got pilots.
We've got janitors.
we've got everything. So
we've got the CEO down to the janitor eating.
That's going. Yeah, that's going.
You struggle with them burners, Murray, don't you?
Yeah. I'm
that's good.
You know that. As long as you're with me, I can handle it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what's next on the itinerary while that boils?
Well, we'll have a bit more tea.
Yep.
And we'll have a quick discussion about it, you know?
Righto. What about Richard Jones? We forgot to bring him in?
Yeah.
Could we bring him in now?
I think so.
Okay.
Here he is. Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, Jonesy.
The great...
Welcome to the Larrikins on the Loose.
One of my great mates. He's a former captain St George, second grade to a premiership rugby league, former New South Wales Country Rugby League Player of the Year, and now he's the CEO of one of the greatest greatest companies, charity sort of things.
That sounds like a poem then,
in
mate.
Australia. In Australia.
Oh, I wrote that for you.
Yeah,
Thanks very
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Welcome, boys. Great to have you here. And
Thanks for having
great
us
to be able
here.
to share a cup of tea with you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful
It's
tea.
strong, this tea.
It is, it is.
I think it's herbal.
We only we only have herbal tea, don't we?
Yeah, of course, pardon me.
So Richard, just give us a little quick rundown on a quick one, and then we'll get it more in depth a bit later on. But so we're at the helicopter base. It's been going for how many years?
Yeah, well, it's about 47 years now, Buzz. Yeah, started in 1975 as an aid to surf life saving clubs right up and down the Hunter Coast in those days. And in about the year 2000, we expanded into the northwest New England, up where you were based, or are based, out of Tamworth, the base. Mm-hmm. And about 5 years ago, we're 5 years into a new 10-year contract, and the new facility is in Lismore.
Righto.
So we go from the Hawkesbury Bridge right up to the border, and we carry all those wonderful doctors and paramedics. And it's remarkable that only a few weeks ago was First Responders Day. So we provide the platform, the transport, and as you know, Muzz, people out in the bush get sick and injured, and they got to get out of there and transport the one.
And you've been here for what, 25 years?
25 years last November.
As CEO.
As CEO,
He's married 25 years next week.
Really?
25 years.
I had one of the young girls who organised just a quick one, the 25-year morning tea, and she rang me later in the day and said, Richard, I forgot to say, it's wonderful to be here, and this is a great job, and you're a great boss, and all that sort of stuff that you do to keep coming back in your job. And she said, but you do know that you've been in this job longer than I've been alive.
And she got sacked.
But what about,
she didn't.
what about being married to me for 25 years, though, Murray?
tell you
Tracy,
what,
you both know Tracy.
Yeah,
I'm looking towards the next New Year's honours list for Tracy.
As far as charitable services go, I think you're in for the big gong. No, Tracy.
Tracy, yes.
Tracy.
Now, this is headquarters here, so all our flight operations are out of Belmont, or the old Aero Pelican, and this is our heavy maintenance facility here, and obviously marketing and admin.
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
it's a great function that we have here. It's a big part of our community, as you know.
Yep.
And we're thrilled. So look, I've told the engineers that they can come out and and they said, I hope it's good, I hope it's not crap, and I went, these two are professionals, it'll be good.
That chopper, Jonesy, it doesn't look like it's going far in a hurry.
No,
What's the go there?
it's in deep level maintenance at the moment.
Deep level. That's where Murray's been for a week.
Deep level. Yeah, no, it's in the chute for a few weeks yet, so we'll
Right, and we're
we'll
going to
work
have
her out, and we'll have a chat to the engineers.
we
and
can have a
walk
little
around
tour
there
through
later.
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Murray's Seafood Chowder here. This is he's just on the brew here, and we're going to go.
Not much seafood in there.
No, it is here. It'll happen.
Oh, okay,
It
right.
can't all happen at once.
Pardon me.
It'll happen.
There's a process.
It's art.
And over here, Jonesy, with a little cacciatore, it's been brewing away.
Yeah, that looks
It'll end up all right.
looks like it's been eaten before, that one, Pete.
It has.
Yeah. He says it'll end up all right, like which intimates that mine won't. We'll see how we go. No, it's looking
I've
good.
had your chowder before, mate. It's magnificent.
Yeah, right, cool.
Right,
Okay,
No,
Jonesy,
I'll let you boys get on with it, eh? We look
Righto.
forward to this later.
And we'll,
welcome again.
Righto. Thank
All
you
the
very
best.
much. We'll keep brewing away here, and then we'll have a little tour through the.
And the
hang
great
on.
Mark Hughes Foundation, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Get a beanie and buy a beanie and support brain cancer when you can.
A bit blowy.
Yeah.
All I was going to say is don't trip over anything.
Don't trip over anything. So here we are in the hangar. This is a what's this machine put a roughly valued at when it's all ready to go?
This machine is worth $16 million to purchase.
Crockies. Yeah, right.
And a $2 million medical fit out in the back.
$2 million medical fit out, and you have paramedics and
Yeah, no, we carry a critical care paramedic and also a doctor.
Yeah, right, I
Intensive
gotcha.
care doctor, so
Yeah.
it's all about delivering to people in need, the
Yes.
sick and injured, the most vulnerable people in our state.
Yes.
Delivering them primary health care on the scene and then getting them rapidly back to a major trauma centre.
And you're just saying that in the last past 24 years you're up to nearly 10,000 hours in
We are about to clock over 10,000 hours.
flying hours,
Flying hours.
mission hours.
Mission out. No,
Yeah.
yes. In first 5 years of a 10-year contract. So
Oh,
it's,
righto. In 5 years.
5 years, yep.
Crikey's.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is now.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
People out in the bush that are needing transport back to major
Yeah.
trauma centres. It's
Well,
and let me say, Muzz, there's also a bunch of fixed-wing aircraft that come out of
Yeah.
Sydney to take other people back.
Gotcha,
too. So
righto,
there's
yeah.
a lot of movements.
Yeah,
every
so
day.
I know we've talked over the years of the fact that if the helicopter's there, that critical time can save people's lives or save a lot of
Yeah.
limbs, all
Yep,
that sort of stuff.
Exactly. And chances of survival and injury levels are greatly diminished. But, So
Yeah.
in the old days, they used to say the golden hour. So if you've
Yeah.
got a patient from the scene to a hospital within an
Yeah.
hour, their chances of survivability
Yeah.
and injury levels are greatly reduced. Now, size of this aircraft, the amount of stuff we can carry from a medical perspective. They're doing a lot more preparing or packaging, as they say, the patient on the ground.
Yes, right.
So they can just take their time because they can do everything from intubate patients and they can kickstart their heart and there's plumbed oxygen and everything. So this is a world class. I reckon there's a really cool fact that I learned over in the States at a conference last year, that 95% of the population of New South Wales live within 1 hour flight time of a major trauma centre.
Oh,
that's pretty well.
Yeah, that is that's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, righto. And okay, so how many choppers do we have?
So we've got 4 in northern New South Wales. So there's one based at Belmont, which is the old Aero Pelican. There's one at Tamworth Airport and there's one at Lismore Airport.
Right, I got you.
And this being our heavy maintenance facility, there's pretty much always one in here under this type of maintenance. So we try and rotate the machines around to flatten the hours out. If you let it build up on one machine, you're going to have one out of the system.
And all of a sudden,
So we move them around and it's a great system.
So how many people fly when you go into a mission?
So we've obviously got a pilot in the front right seat there, and then the other side is a critical. That's our aircrew officer.
Yes.
And they're the extra set of eyes and ears for the pilot.
Yeah.
And they're very intensive machines to fly, as you could imagine.
Yeah.
So it's the training for these guys and girls is quite extraordinary.
Yeah.
But when we leave the ground, it's like going to any job. It's not unreasonable to think they don't come back safe and in one piece. Plus, we're also carrying those the extra or a patient and the extra medical teams in the back.
Yeah, gotcha. Righto. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I probably one of the things that I always like to say is that we're big, fast, they're shiny, they're sexy, and they go a long way. But out in the bush, where you're from, it's all those first responders, the VRA and the SCS, and these guys and girls are volunteers.
Yeah.
And they're often on scene, sometimes hours before we even get there.
That's right.
So they've got a little box, they're doing the best they can with the skills they've got, and then if that patient needs that next level, that's when we, through the Triple O system, we don't just go because we think we need to, and then they'll call us in. So a lot of times that those first responders, SES, there's some remarkable people out there in our bush doing some amazing things.
And Richard, speaking of the volunteers and the community, I mean, you've got your major sponsors and all that, but you also get a lot of money through payroll deductions from different, from the minings and from just little towns everywhere. We're at Coonabarabran, for a trivia night. Yeah. Every little dollar helps, doesn't it?
A little bit from a lot of people adds up. So as you said, the mining, the mining union are major contributors, and the coal miners in this region donate through their salaries about $1.5 million a year. Yeah,
so they're just throwing a little bit of money each week.
$5 or $10 out of their pay, and there's a few mining companies now that are matching that dollar for dollar, which is it's fantastic. Yeah. And in the Northern Rivers, we've got 7 op shops.
Yeah, right.
So they're all staffed by volunteers.
Yeah, gotcha.
These remarkable people in our community.
Yeah, and you obviously have great feedback from the people you've helped.
Yes.
And they become sort of ambassadors and
exactly. We carry. Well, we just mentioned how many missions. We carry a lot of people, and that their extended families are all affected by this.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to remember the trauma and come back. We've started what we call a rescue club, which is free entry, and therefore, and we can't have that data or those patients' details, nor do we want them. But we just say, if you know someone in the community that wants to join this club, it's free. They get a little lapel, and then we have a couple of morning tea each year. So it's intriguing that you get a bunch of disparate people from all walks of life. That's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they all come together and they share their stories.
Gotcha.
And it's quite emotional. It's it's really cathartic for them, and they sort of helps them, and they meet the pilots and the paramedics and doctors, and it's just a good rounded thing. And
but it's not just the maintenance. In Newcastle, how many staff have we got? And then throughout the state?
Well, throughout northern New South Wales, we've got 130 full-time staff.
Yeah, right, I got you.
So here at Broadmeadow, there's all the admin team. There's probably 8 that work in just the accounts and finance department. Stores, marketing, communications is so important to tell our story. And I believe, Muzzas, that's my job, is to tell a story. That's what this is about to a wider audience. Yeah. And if people like what we do, they might support us. But if we don't tell them the story, they've got no chance. We're in the paper every day, and that's that's for tragic reasons. But I think one of the things we learnt through COVID was you've got to say thank you properly. Yeah. And mate, we've known each other for a long, long time, and I'd like to think I'm pretty understated. And we're not a big selling organisation. No. We don't get out there and harass people. No. We like people to. The work we do is undeniable, but I think the humbleness of how we do what we do. Yeah,
now I find it, because I obviously do a little bit with you every now and again at different places, whether it be trivia nights or just poetry shows or whatever.
Golf days.
But golf days, we do that, and we get around, and it's sort of having fun with people, but contributing to a wonderful cause. So, mate, but are you feeling hungry?
Oh, mate, I haven't eaten since breakfast.
I think-
mate, so I'm seriously
Because
hungry.
you got Roz's chicken cacciatore and my seafood chowder. We better go and buddy make sure it's okay.
All right, okay.
Richard Jones, thank you very much.
Well, Buzz, we're getting to the business end of the deal
Yeah,
here now.
yeah.
You've got the vegetables boiled off. Talk me through it from here, mate. I'm interested to find out your strategy from here.
Okay, well, we'll just grab the old lifter here.
Yep.
I'll take the lid off. We've had that in there, so that's all. Your carrots, your celery, I keep saying, celery, potato, sweet potato.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do now is just going to get your big woody spoon, because I forgot the masher, because you know that's what I do. Oh, buddy. So we're just going to get in there and just start chopping this up a bit. I might have to, what I'm going to do.
Murray?
Yeah. Well, we're supposed to have a masher.
Have you got this under control?
Yeah, mate, it'll be fine. Just
Well, that's better.
Yep. And you don't want to puree, it's got to be a bit rough, so I'm going to get in here and mash this once I get it cut up a bit.
So I see you've got a herb named after yourself.
Dill. Also a pickle.
Yeah. A little bit of chive.
I've got the,
Yeah.
got the dill pickle.
The mushrooms obviously going to go in, so I might
Just,
I might just crack it open. Yeah, that's nice smashing.
yeah, well, I'm just going to chop
So
it.
we got pepper and salt in that. Is it?
Yeah, we're going to throw that in, mate. We're going to throw that in.
Righto.
We're going to get the good bit in a minute. We're going to real good when we throw the cream into it.
Righto.
And-
So
yeah.
seafood wise, we've got prawns.
We've got prawns, mussels. We've got a
Thank you,
marinara.
Jonesy.
If you want to do, you get be a purist. You can buy your own squid rings. You can buy your own. You know, I've got a tub of mussels there. I've got a next few extra prawns. But just for to be quick, you can just go and grab the old marinara mix from your favourite seafood place.
Yeah. You're going to muscle up, are you?
Yeah, we're going to muscle up.
Righto.
And I'm just going to get this big spoon and we're going to get in and I'm going to.
It looks all right there now. I'm just feeling all the way through it, Murray, though, that we've got no salt in there.
No, we have now.
Yeah. Well, that's your rock salt. 1,000-year-old pink rock salt.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we say. We got it just in time. There's a use-by date on it, and it's 10,000 years old, and we've had a bit of a crack.
Yeah. You only
So-
just got in by a week too.
Next time if we do this, mate, just make sure I bring me masher. I can't believe I didn't bring a masher, but it's going to be okay. Don't you worry about
Like you got to do. Like we're improvising here on the chopper base. We can't obviously start a fire
Can't-
out on the landing pad, so we're using the little butane burners,
it.
which are fine as long as you keep the heat as low as possible.
Yeah,
You don't want to burn the bum out of your camp oven straight up, especially with seafood.
Yeah,
The cacciatore I got cooking over here, Murray.
yeah.
Murray?
Nothing naked. No naked flames. Nothing naked. So
Murray, there's some naked flame there, but it's very small, but it's on a low burn.
yeah. So Lorimer had to dress up and to put clothes on today. Sometimes he does this nude.
I've only done one nude show, Murray. It was embarrassing.
Is that right?
Yeah. I did it all back on. Have you done any nudes? You're a nude poet.
A naked poet.
Naked poet.
Naked only by name. They wouldn't let me and Mark Agliori and old Rassery and playing stuff everywhere.
So what about you thought about a poem for us today though? We're going to do.
Yeah, mate.
we're gonna do it.
When we get the crew in here,
Yeah, what? Any ideas?
probably do the Hog Whisperer.
One of my favourites.
Yeah, and as a warm-up one, I might do my little Australiana one called Spirit. Do that, and then we'll hit him with the Hog Whisperer, the great Scotty Parker.
Yep.
Ain't from me and Darryl, where he was from. I'm getting there.
So one of the, you really need to mash it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did do the masher, but look.
But if you're out in the riverbank,
Yeah.
and you forget the masher,
Yeah, so, oh, Bob, where's your masher? Oh, yeah, dickhead, yeah,
well,
I've got
we
a
don't
masher.
usually take a masher.
No, but anyway, that was my fault.
All right.
Another error.
It's, that's all right, Murray.
We can get through.
Not as good as the day you didn't turn the burner on properly. that was probably my favourite.
Yeah, well, I got this one. Yeah, I was actually able to re-ignite it myself. Yeah, so that's getting a bit.
Yeah, that's mashing up.
Yeah.
So you're going to leave that water. You're not draining water or anything.
No, that was done in the stock, mate. That was just done in the
the
stock.
stock?
Just saves the whole process. You just do that. This one won't be as finely mashed as we normally would have it, but that's okay.
It all tastes the same, Murray.
There's a few little chunky bits of carrot there.
Righto, Murray. How about you get your you get that little bit of gear going there, and I'll keep mashing for you.
Yeah, right,
Just
okay,
while you- yep.
So what we're going to do now, we got that pepper. We're going to throw a bit of pepper in.
I hate you walking behind me, Murray. We've talked about that, haven't we?
We'll do that. We'll throw a bit in now, and then if we need more, we will. We're going to throw in. I'm just going to chop up a bit of chilli here.
Good looking chilli.
Yeah, it's a good looking chilli.
Mm. Finely diced.
No, I thought you had that bloody. This is serrated, isn't it? We'll get enough.
You got the wrong knife now, have you?
Yeah.
No masher. The wrong knife.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what I love about you cooking. This
Yeah.
is what I really love. Like, we've got to sort of.
Well, mate, you didn't have a masher.
Well, every other implement here is mine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well,
What did you bring?
I'm on the road. I brought my personality.
That's right. That's enough for me, Murray.
So we've got a bit of chilli going to go in there.
Righto. Come swap around and come around behind you,
Oh,
Muzz.
look out! Look out! Get away from me! I'm going to throw the chilli in.
So that's not a hot chili. That's a big chili.
No, that's a big chilli.
Yeah,
those
we don't
little-
overpower
Those
them.
little bird's eye ones, they're the ones that they will kick you solid.
When we're cooking for the masses, viewers,
Yeah, that's right.
you got to be careful not to overdo the chili, overdo the curry. You got to
Yeah.
keep it bland.
Yeah.
Don't overdo pepper. They put their own pepper on the bowl.
Yeah, you can always add more in,
Yeah.
but it's very hard to take it out. So we're going to throw a few mushies in there.
Put them all in, Murray.
That'll be nice. Yeah, right.
Put them all in. Watch out for that little plastic bit on that. No, only joking. That's a crack for young players.
We got that in.
Yep.
We've got a super sweet corn kernels. They add a nice bit of colour.
Yep.
Chiller in, just all juice and all.
All right.
So we've got a fair few people in there, so we've got to get that going. I'm going to get a bit of red stuff. There's a little bit of chilli in there, but I'm just going to do the
It's
capsicum.
all about colour, isn't it?
Yeah, colour and taste, you know.
Yeah.
But colour's good. So a few cheeks of the old capsicum, red capsicum.
I'm just wondering, Murray.
Yeah.
We've got a fair level there going. When all that seafood, your great
Yeah.
stuff there goes there, it's not going to end up in the carpet, is it?
We'll see how we go. Now, I always have a bit of problem with too much in them, but we'll see how we go. A little bit of,
Play it by ear. We can always get a cup in and just drain a bit out, can't we?
yeah, we can do that.
Beautiful. Anything I can do for you, mate? I'm just enjoying watching you. It's poetry in motion.
We don't pretend to be geniuses at a lot of things, but
You don't.
But well, you are. We don't. But what we want to show is that this stuff is very simple. Like a seafood chowder sounds very complicated. It's not really. It's just with a lot of the stuff, it's just chopping up, putting in, and as you just said, don't put in too much of the hot stuff or whatever. Add more if you need it. Yeah.
Yeah, to taste.
Never be a slave to a recipe too. If you like to put mushrooms in it or sweet corn kernels or capsicum, just throw it in. You know.
Well, that's what happens with camp oven cooking. There's no designated recipe, is there?
No, that's right.
It's to taste.
You sometimes need a designated driver, Peter, depending on what's going on there. But
You do a good job of that, Murray.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Since you've been on your new diet, can I tell them about your diet?
Yeah, you
like
can.
what you had for snacks yesterday.
Yes, you can.
I don't want to put you on the spot. Is it all right?
Yeah, no, you can do that. This is just light thickened cream. Okay.
I'll get back to that one.
Some people use flour, and that can go a bit gluggy. I found that this is good. Just throwing your thickened cream. I've got another tub.
So
there.
that won't split because you got putting it into hot water.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It won't.
Oh, I don't think so. It never has in the past.
Murray, I love it.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Peter.
I know.
There might be one other tub of this over there, mate. You might want to go and grab it for me. Oh, no, that's,
Okay.
no, that's looking all right. That's looking all right. No, we don't need it.
You don't need it?
I don't think so. Okay, so now we've got all your veggie stuff is in there now.
Yeah, that's looking
Okay,
good.
so there we're gonna. I just noticed when I got my marinara that some of the bloody some of the squid shoots are like a bloody one of those cracking giant octopuses. So I'm just gonna move a bit of stuff out of here for a second.
We might just for this one.
Yeah.
If we can get that, we might use a fresh chopping board.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good
A
plan.
fresh chopping board for the seafood.
Yeah. Jeez, you're a thinker.
Well, it's it's food handling, Murray.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, we know what's going on that, so we'll freshen that up.
Yep. Cool.
Seafood on
bang.
that one. So any of our viewers, I'll tell you what happened yesterday. He said, do you mind if I just go and get a snack roll? I said, I'm a bit hungry. I said, well, mate, there's sausages. We've got everything in there. What do you want? He said, no, I bought my own stuff. So he comes out and he sits on my veranda with a packet of carrot sticks, a jar of peanut butter. Help me, Murray.
Yeah. Those peas. Snow peas.
Snow peas. So we've got peanut butter, snow peas, carrot sticks,
And a mandarin.
and a mandarin. Sitting on a chopping board, sitting on a little thing on the thing, and I said, that'll do me, Murray.
Yeah. Well,
But he's got you got diagnosed?
Type 2 diabetes, yes. I've just got to be a bit careful.
Bit careful.
Got to cut the sugar out.
Doesn't help staying at my joint with type 2, does it?
That's right. Yeah.
Eh?
It's a tough call.
Yeah, 'cause I'm a pitch of health.
That's why I've got to bring a bit of my own stuff.
What are you doing there?
I'm just getting out this, because this stuff's really big.
Yeah, right.
And I just wanted to cut it up a little bit.
But
more
what's
so-
your fingers?
Yeah. I'm going to get that big one. That's all right.
Yeah, that's my Master Chef knife.
It's just because if someone tries it, it's going to choke them. So I'm just going to chop that up a bit.
Yep. We don't want to choke anyone on the
No,
chopper base.
No.
It's not far to get a chopper up to get him to John Hunter, though.
That's right.
Is it? Hey, we can get him to John Hunter in a hurry.
I don't-
Or not with that chopper, we won't.
No, we might have to fly
We might
away.
have to, no, we might have to drive him.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to note we're only, 5 minutes from John Hunter Hospital here too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, James was saying that with the whole setup throughout northern New South Wales and everything like that anyone in New South Wales is really only about an hour away from a critical care place so, via the chopper. So that's fantastic.
Good effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
Christ, that tea's hot. You're not making the tea again.
No, I'm not real good at it.
That's looking good.
I think it's going to be good. So we're going to throw all that in.
Yep.
There we go.
My goodness.
So we haven't got too much problem there.
Not yet.
That's done.
So just a question, Murray. When all that goes in, will you cook that with the lid on, which will add more moisture to it?
Yeah.
Or will you let that reduce?
Well, I generally just have the lid off it, mate. But
Yep.
but you know, you're hitting me with sort of culinary facts here that I'm not that familiar with. So
No, I'm not hitting you with them. I'm
no,
asking you.
you're not hitting me with it. But I'm just saying that if you think that's a better way to do it, that's how we'll do it.
With the lid off.
Yeah. Oh no, if you think I'll put it on, we'll
No, because the lid on's going to make it add another cup of water.
Yeah.
That's looking good though. I'll give you that, Murray.
Right, there we go. And we've got a few extra prawns because
Yeah, that's inside.
green prawns.
So the prawns in the marinara.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, there are a few there, but I didn't think enough.
Right.
So we'll just
You're unreal, you are.
throw them in, and then we've got a few of these nice little mussels. You can use the shell ones, but they're a lot of mucking around. These mussels, they're unreal.
It's like making damper, isn't it?
All right.
A lot of unnecessary time when you can go straight to anywhere and get a breadstick.
The thing about this is that the seafood part of it, that doesn't take too long to cook, so we'll just keep an eye on the prawns.
You're working right on the cusp, Murray.
And when they start, yeah, no.
Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we might leave the lid off. That'd be, geez, that's looking good. More pepper in it.
Yeah, well, I think so.
Can I do anything for you?
Yeah, throw some pepper in. I'm just going to duck over and wash my hands for a minute.
Yeah, I know. My goodness.
So,
Where's Jones? Has he seen this? Has he seen what you're brewing up here? This is incredible.
yeah, so basically that's it. So it's not that complicated really. It's a bit of chopping up and that sort of thing. If you buy the marinara, you can see a few of those prawns starting to get a bit of redness in them now. I'll tell you what we've got here.
What?
We've got a bloke. Well, he's not from Australia. but
Not the safety officer.
I think he is.
I don't know his official term, but I'll tell you what, he's a bit of a larrikin. I think we might bring him in
Yeah.
to see what he's done. So, come in,
Where's Steve?
Steve.
Gents,
Come in.
There he is.
how are you?
Good to see you, mate.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet
yeah. Your official.
Hey,
Your official title is.
he's an Englishman.
Your official title is.
Safety, Health, Environment, Quality Manager.
Yeah. And
Please don't choke on it.
And you were so
And Jones
keen,
curator.
Yeah, so keen to get involved. You actually live in Brisbane, but you commute down here to work with this
I
organisation.
do, mate. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
terrific
yeah.
organisation to work for. It's
Yep.
community owned and amazing service that we do. And I work with the best people and the best organisation. Honestly, Absolutely fantastic.
Can you give me a quick take on the great Richard James, the CEO? Can you give me a little bit of a rundown on him? He's not here now, so but you.
Yeah, he's over there.
Oh,
Pete.
you're not supposed to say he's there.
Charismatic, engaging,
beautiful.
Yep. Witty.
Witty.
Yeah, that's a good word.
You can add a few words to witty.
He's a good guy.
Is it true you can go anywhere in Australia, or the world, or any other big place, and someone knows Richard Jones? Is that close?
I don't know about that. I think New South Wales is the actual limit.
I'll go
because there's not many people in New South Wales. I think most people know him in New South Wales.
Anyone know him in England?
Well, Jones is a Welsh name by tradition, so maybe they know him in Wales.
And now, is it true your family back in England that you're going to start like sharing a bit of this TV show we're doing?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
There's a chance that we could put the hat around in the pub and get me and Murray over there to cook for him in England. Is that right?
Have you got passports?
Yeah.
Are they in
we
date?
don't know.
Have we? Have they run out?
I think Australia will be keen to get rid of us.
Yeah, for sure, mate. For sure.
Just had a bit
that's-
more in there.
Mate, thanks for having us here today too.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. And hopefully, and you just got to say, this was beautiful. No matter what happens here, it's beautiful.
If this tastes like shit, damn it, we'll cut it out.
Right, I'm going to get a few.
Hang on, have you put yourself in yet?
What do you mean?
The dill.
The dill. No, we're doing the chives first.
Chives first.
Yeah, just throw a few chives in. Just chop them like that. Look again.
I'll tell you what, you've got an ear to the top now, haven't you?
Hey?
Hey? You have got a brew there.
Yeah.
Nobody's spilling that. Holy Jesus. Murray, you've extended yourself.
We want to make sure we had enough, didn't we? So
Well, I think
they could be eating this stuff for a week.
I think we're going to feed them. I haven't checked my cacciatore for an hour, but it's on a low burn, I hope. Hang on, Murray. It's looking good.
That's starting to go all right.
That is one hell of a feed.
Food feed.
Food
Food
feed.
yeah.
So is anything missing?
No, just going to put some chives in. Just going to give it a bit of a, grab this thing here.
Yeah.
Just going to give it a bit of a,
Probably should wait until it's hot.
yeah, we'll just have over there. Oh, have a go.
Is there any chilli in there?
Yeah, a bit of chilli in there. Have a go yourself, because you know.
Needs garlic. No.
No, it's got to be in there.
Yeah, it's
bit more
brewing.
pepper. Bit more
No, I
pepper.
think pepper's good.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, I think we're peppered.
See those prawns there are starting to get a bit of colour to it.
They are too.
The thing about this is that, yeah, you know, it doesn't
Nice
take long to
colour.
cook, but it's like with all things in these camp ovens or in the big stew pot at home, that, you know, they keep getting better. You know,
They do.
yeah, you know, it's nice
The
to get them
longer,
fresh,
yeah.
but you know, day later, the old stuff out of the camp oven or the slow cooker or whatever they're always very good.
And there's a lot of food in there, Murray.
There's a lot of food, so
And it's probably interesting to note that we're right behind the Newcastle trotting track.
yeah,
And next to Hunter Stadium, where the Knights' home ground.
yeah.
You could nearly feed a crowd at the trots.
That's right.
But you get about 11 there each Saturday, Friday
Still
night.
worried about a bit of this, the size of some of these.
What? No, that calamari.
Yeah.
I'll be right.
They'll be right. I just,
Chewy.
Just start on one end and keep eating.
Righto.
Yeah, righto. So,
That's beautiful. So we'll let it go away. I'll just check.
Check
Let's see how the cacciatore's going.
Here you go. Sorry, mate.
Thank you, Murray.
I've got your lifter.
What happened to your lifters?
Oh, I don't know.
They're at home, aren't they?
Yeah, there would be some.
Oh, dripping on.
Look at that.
Oh, just coming off the bone.
Chicken drumstick cacciatore. Christ.
Eh?
Yeah.
We'll do a taste test of that in a minute, but I'm pretty confident.
This could be a 2-course meal.
Well,
Righto, folks. Well, we'll just
and I'm going to do my cacciatore. I'm going to put some of the little twisted noodles in there. Little,
Twisted. Yeah, you like the twisted stuff.
Twisted noodles. Yep, and that'll soak up the cacciatore juice.
Yeah.
And I think that with a little suggestion of pepper on top of that, and
Suggestion, just a hint.
a hint of salt and a suggestion of pepper, because I've undersalted it.
Righto. Well, we might just leave this for a bit, mate. I'm going to have one more crack at this with a little bit of mushroom in it to see how it goes. Oh, Christ. Well, I don't like to talk my own stuff up, but geez, that's good. But so simple. But you just chop it up, put it in.
So simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see Jamie Oliver taste like that either, would you? Because he goes through a lot of crap when he eats. That was just a good taste.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That straight over the bowl.
And just got to put a little bit of dill in it at the back end, and we'll be.
No dill yet?
No, we can throw it if we want to, but you know.
Why is the dill at the back end, can I ask?
I don't know.
Righto.
They just say.
A nice little hit of chilli in there already, even though it's a big fella.
I'll put a bit more. I'm just going to do this.
Don't overpower it with dill.
No.
I'm not telling you your dish, but
Yeah.
be careful of dill.
No, I do like having you around to let me know that. I won't put all that in. We might sprinkle that. Good on the top.
That's nice.
Okay, so we'll leave that for a bit, and we'll come back. We'll have the crew, the maintenance crew, the engineers, and a few other people, and we're going to do a bit of a poetry session.
Well, g'day, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode of Larrikins on the Loose. We're a camp oven cooking show. We've got a book coming out. Basically, we're just larrikins on the loose. That's all you need to know. We cook round New South Wales. We haven't been round anywhere else, have we?
No.
But we cook everywhere. We've done a cook today. We've got 2 camp ovens for you. A seafood chowder. Murray Harton's great seafood chowder. And we've got a chicken cacciatore
With a twisted noodle.
with a twisted noodle, because we named that after Jones, because he is a twisted noodle. We're allowed to say that shit now, not he? So we've done all the cook. It's all ready to go. Jonesy helped us a little bit. Just want to introduce my partner, the great Murray Harton. Greatest poet I know.
That's right.
in Australia
Yeah, he's
and
great.
all the world and any other big place. So he's going to bust out the Hog Whisperer, which is, if you haven't not seen Murray Harton before, check this out.
Now, back in the year 2000, a real good mate of mine who I met, he's been here yet, Tom Lawton, who has played rugby for Australia. He was the first of the big hookers. He took over from Bill Ross, who was about 90. Oh, I said turn off the phones, didn't I? Yeah. And I don't think I turned mine off.
That was Domino's wanting to know if we want pizzas.
Tell them they want some strange toppings for theirs. Anyway, Tom, and he was only 19 or 20 when he first played for Australia. Before he played for Queensland, he played for Australia. He was 115 kilo, big bloke, and great bloke. He's become a really good mate of mine. And his brother-in-law at the time lived at Meandara in southwest Queensland there, rough little town / village. And so instead of going to the Sydney Olympics, which I didn't qualify, which was upsetting because I'd done a lot of work for it, and he helped me train. We did 13-hour days, 7 days a week, and then we found out the double sculls had nothing to do with drinking. Anyway, so we've been invited out to this little place called Meandara to open up the show. So on Friday night at the property Scotty was managing, we had 2 options. We could stay at home and watch the opening ceremony with the kangaroos on bikes and all that palaver, or we could go in and watch Scotty play in the final of the pool comp at the Meandara Bowling Club. Now, as he was the defending champion and our host, we thought somewhat obligated to, give him a bit of moral support. So when we went, unfortunately he got beaten and missed out on one of those matching pool ball clocks. Seen those things with it? Yeah. Not real big in Double Bay, but they're big in Boggabilla. And we celebrated his loss well into the night. It was fairly lucky he didn't win, or we could have died. And we opened up the show the next day, scratched it off. Tom was crook. And then through the course of the day, and this is all my introductions are true, and when it starts to rhyme, that's called poetic licence. The facts get a tad hazy. But on the hour through the day, they had 6 pens of feral pigs, right? Well, actually, that'd be illegal. So they had 6 pens of domestic pigs that were dressed up to look like feral pigs, and they weren't real big. They had colours on their back, and they had a greyhound starters box. And on the hour, they'd auction off 6 pigs, and then they let them go. And if yours was first past the post, you got half the money, and the rest went to charity. Still can't believe I did $200 on pig racing, but the form wasn't real good, couldn't trust them. But what they wanted to do, bring him out squealing, hand him to Scotty Parker, which was Tom's brother-in-law, little wiry, muscly, little bush rugby league halfback, and pig hunter. And within about 30 seconds, every time, they're nearly asleep in his arms. And his sister Jill said, I was a bit like the horse whisperer. And so that led to this poem. His name is Scotty Parker from Meandara way, a rural jack of all trades, never has too much to say. Now, he's pretty good with cattle, got some fairly handy dogs, but he's known as the Whisperer, the man who talks to hogs. He's got a PhD in pork, he speaks fluently in grunt. He knows everything about him inside out and back to front. Now, we're not talking a domestic breed, give the man a break. Berkshires, large whites, Tamworth Reds, piece of bloody cake. No, the Whisperer likes a challenge, so you know that he'll be found chasing filthy, feral, fetid hogs that reek and root around. You're a squealing, squawking porker that's been trapped and acting tough will be as timid as a lamb once the whisperer does his stuff. But it isn't only swine, other creatures love him too. They're still talking about the carnage that he calls at Dubbo Zoo. See, they had this female hippo that had lost her loving form. They got the whisperer on the phone and he was talking up a storm. Well, they had to call him back an hour later just to get the antidote. She'd fixed up 3 bull elephants, 2 tourists and a goat. But as a piggy can't forget that because one he'd whispered down, a humongous redneck razorback had terrorised the town. Everyone was packing death, but Scotty walked straight into the biggest hog he'd ever seen. But he just winked and gave a grin, then a snort and grunt and squeal. It's bloody weird to see. He said, "Put away the shotguns, boys, he's coming home with me." Well, it jumped up on his 4-wheel drive, completely filled the tray. Scotty gave his snout a scratch, hopped in and drove away. Now, Scotty's dogs were kept on chains because they'd rip your legs to pieces. But he said, "Nothing holds old Razor, mate. He just does as he pleases. He's a mongrel in the garden, but there is a major plus. There's been some thieving in the district. No one ever bothers us. So you can smell annoying bastards 2 miles down the track. He'll toss his head, charge their car. Not too often they come back." Now, things can happen for a reason, coincidence or fate. Whatever it was, Scotty now had strangers at his gate. And he'd lent his dogs to Kunta. Razor too was missing, but the whisperer wasn't worried. It was Razor's rutting season. That's a technical agricultural term we'll go through later on. Now, some people look for trouble and deserve all that they get, and the 3 young mixed up punks who didn't know it yet, they're on the run and headed east. They'd nicked a car in Gundy and fired up with false bravado and fuelled by beer and Bundy. They thought they'd stage a home invasion. And as they passed the boundary well, they turned right at Scotty's signpost for a journey into hell. Scotty thought it was Kunta bringing back the hounds, but they marched up with 22s and said, "Hit the bloody ground, just give us all your money or we'll shoot you here and now." Scotty said, "You dickheads, I'm a farmer, the best you get's a cow." Well, they decked him with a rifle butt, but he struggled to his feet. He mustered all his strength and let out a loud "Soo-wee." Now, through many years of whispering hogs, Scotty knew it all, and the long "soo-wee" to Razor was a danger, danger call. They heard a rumble in the distance, the sound of fallen logs. "What's that?" one punk asked. Scotty replied, "Oh, it's just me hog." Well, the ground began to tremble. The head punk got the shakes. The whisperer warned, "Look out, boys, I think he's brought his mates." They rushed to the veranda. The air was full of grunt from a mob of 57 hogs with Razor at the front. The moon lit up the monster's tusks. His eyes were filled with hate. 250 kegs of angry bacon who'd come to save his mate. The punks fired their 22s. They had Razor in their sights, but 22s to Razor were just like, mozzie bites. All it did was make him cranky. The punks were losing heart. Scotty shook his head and said, "Fellas, that wasn't very smart." The invaders now were shitting bricks. And I've got to explain, the shitting brick was an early form of ancient Chinese construction block, but it was made out of proprietary structure there. No good. The invaders now were shitting bricks. One began to cry. The whisperer said, "Hand me the guns, you might get out alive. Take off your shoes, lose your clothes. When I give the word, get running. I'll give you a 15-minute start. Then you'll hear the grunters coming." Well, the cops were on the spot when out the gates of hell they flew. They were yelling, "Bloody pigs!" So they copped a flogging too. The pig now lives a life of luxury, which upsets Scotty's bride. I mean, he's got a 5-star style, but hey, the bastard sleeps inside. And he loves his trips to town where he guards the whisperer's truck. And if anyone tries to nick it, let's just say they're out of luck. And the Razor breeding program, it's dead set going great. Scotty makes a bloody fortune selling guard pigs interstate. But he hasn't lost the magic. He's still the swinging king of swine. And if you've got problems with a hog, he can help you every time. Don't try to tackle it yourself. You'll be headed for a fall. Let your fingers do the walking and give the whisperer a call. There we go, folks. Thanks for that. Great to be at the Westpac. We've got the base here, and we're going to have a bit of tucker soon. So, yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.